Oh God, my voice is
Well,
shot.
that
CP,
was D-Man trying to say Merry Christmas, everyone.
CP,
Apparently,
can you
he's
do it? Can you do it?
dying of the
Yeah.
COVID.
No, I don't have COVID. All right. Merry Christmas and welcome to Filmmakers Compass Podcast, the show where we talk about movies and well, more movies. I'm D-Man, joined by CP.
He might not have COVID, but he has started smoking like 7 packs a
Oh my
day.
God, you're such a liar. All right, here's what happened, everybody. I went to Knott's Berry Farm, rode a few, well, it was Knott's Merry Farm for the Christmas holiday. I
Mm.
rode a few rides and I lost my voice. So I am gonna have to make do. I'm a podcast host. I probably should never scream on a roller coaster
You
again.
probably never should.
Yeah,
You need to
right?
start taking
Like
care of your voice, dude. That's your moneymaker.
what is it? It's like all the famous singers, Ariana Grande, all of them, they're like, oh, they do all these exercises and stuff. I'm like, dang, I'm a podcast host. I need to take
I
care of
know,
my
dude. You got
voice.
to give up the dairy. You got to change the diet. You got to do the breathing exercises to keep that voice nice and strong.
Whew, I can't wait to listen to that back because that was not pretty. So
Oh,
I
it was
apologize.
awful.
Yeah, I apologize for everybody's ears, but I am excited, CP, because it is officially our final sort of Christmas episode, and we have a few topics planned that are actually really fun, and I think we're going to have a good time. But how's it going, man? I know you've been super busy, and the holiday season is coming in hot. I mean, there's only a few days left till Christmas, so how are you doing?
Oh, dude, I missed like all the holiday season shooting that movie. And I got like 3 days before Christmas that I got to make up for everything I did not do,
I
which is
know
a
it's
lot.
nuts, man, because there's only, you think like you're probably only going to watch one movie a night at best. It's hard to watch more than that and really give your full attention to that.
Hmm.
Because, hey, don't get me wrong, you can put a movie on and be on your phone the whole time. That's not the same.
Yep, I
I'm
agree.
talking about lights off, you're watching the movie.
Hmm.
So I'm sorry, man, but also I'm excited for you because that is a pretty cool thing to forego the Christmas season for. Shooting a movie is pretty awesome.
It is not cool. Shooting movies is awesome, but Christmas is the best time of the year, dude.
I know. I don't know why you guys scheduled it for
And who
right in
knows?
the
Who
heart
knows?
of
Like I might
Christmas.
only have like another like 45 more Christmases.
Well, I hope you do. I hope I have at least 20. I
With with that voice, I don't know, man.
don't know. 20 seems like a lot today, but not really. I mean, I'm not even 40, so that'd be nuts. No, I want 50. That's what I want.
Why not
Let's,
go for 60?
yeah, well, let's shoot for 50. I think I want to be reasonable so that, hey, when I die, I'm not let down.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I know last week, CP, we talked a little bit about football, and I actually do have a couple things that I want to say. So these are nuts, and real quick, we got to bang them out. First of all, the Bears.
I know, dude. I know. Oh,
What an epic win to
epic game.
hopefully secure them the division. Uh, as a Bears fan, that was insane. And I just want to say, I mean, wow, they beat the Packers. It's the best.
Yeah.
Second of all, I gotta give a big boo to Notre Dame and USC because what the hell?
What are you talking about?
Notre Dame and USC are officially canceling their rivalry until 2030.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's pretty lame.
that's always lame. I feel like what is sports without a rivalry? So I don't care whose fault it is, Notre Dame's, USC. I know fans get caught up in like, oh, I just
No, no,
want
I'll
to.
tell you whose fault it is. It's USC's fault.
I don't care though.
It's USC's fault. You should
Just,
care.
I just hate that it's not happening. And this is the second time that it's happened. Notre Dame's two biggest rivals, Michigan and USC. They no longer play either of them. Nuts. I mean, nuts. You need to play your rivals. That's the fun of sports. I don't know.
I agree. I totally agree.
So I have a podcast and a platform, and I want to boo them publicly. Yeah, that upsets me. Now, third of all, we talked about fantasy football last week. CP, I made the semifinals in two paid fantasy football leagues, and I am going to the championship in one.
Dude,
I have
I'm
moved
pretty
on.
shocked, D-Man. Good job. You
So
pulled it off.
it's a little bit of bragging time now, right? While I'm on air, I'm like, let me just brag a little bit. Now, here's the kicker. Big shout out to Mr. Matt Shula because in both of those semifinal games, I played Shula. I won one, lost one, and he did the opposite. So,
That's funny.
and irony, the higher seed won in each of those matchups. So it is what it is. But it was fun. And I you guys hang on to your hats because maybe D-Man will be a fantasy football champion this year. Still in the cards.
You know what? I'm rooting for that. I want fantasy football D-Man on this podcast in 2026.
Well, if I get a trophy, I'll display it up, where I normally put all my Star Wars stuff. I'll put the fantasy football trophy up
Nice.
there. So that'd be
I like
cool.
that. Good
All
job.
right. Enough football, unless you have anything that you need to say, because I mean the
Shout out
Colts,
to old
nasty.
man Philip Rivers. Old man Rivers. Way to, you know, way to prove that you're never too old to come out of retirement and try and do a job you did
You know,
before.
you know what's crazy is I read that he had like 2 weeks left on his like 5 year
For the
benefits after like
yeah,
someone retires,
yeah,
and
for
he's
like
like
yeah,
he
yeah.
snagged the end of it and came out of retirement. He gets another 5 years of benefits. I was like,
Hilarious.
on top of the pay and everything, I was like, that is like a win-win. And then we'll see if it's a win or a lose for the Colts
Yeah, right.
overall. So far, lose, lose. It's two L's. So it
Yeah.
hasn't been good. He hasn't been horrible though, but whatever. All right, enough sports because at the end of the day, CP, this is a movie podcast. So, first of all, before we get into our topics, I'm excited for our Christmas episode. We, of course, have to do our shout outs. So, first up, I want to give a big shout out to Ryan. Thank you for hosting an incredible Christmas party, but you're getting a shout out on this podcast specifically because you're the one who gifted me this hat.
Oh, nice.
So he gave me a Santa hat, which is, if you're listening, not watching, it is Darth Vader and some stormtroopers, which CP match my shirt and my pants, which were also gifted to me by Christina and Tyler. So I'm wearing a lot of clothes that other people gave me.
Cool.
Yeah,
Totally
but
movie related. Thanks, man.
no, they are. They're Star Wars related. And they're on point for Christmas. So I want to say thank you to you guys. These are just awesome. Next up, CP. I don't think you saw this. This was a private DM between us, but Um, Drucker is using AI. So I don't know how
Damn
you
it, Drucker.
I don't know how you feel about that.
Drucker, you. Hmm. You know what? I was even going to wish him a happy birthday on this podcast, and I don't want to anymore. I hope you have a
Here,
shitty birthday.
no, hang on. Here's the thing. He made some photo. I mean, he prompted AI, but Drucker, he picked some really good stuff. He made some photos of himself and his dog from Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, and the photos were epic.
Hmm.
And with his permission, maybe we'll share them to our page, CP. So, Drucker, if you give us the go ahead, those pictures were dope. And to be fair, Drucker, I don't know if you actually even own the copyright anyway, because it's AI generated. So maybe I can just steal it and post it myself. But I actually love the photos. They're incredible. CP, I'll share them with you personally before we post them online. Obviously, if he gives us permission, but they're pretty badass. So thanks, Drucker, for sharing. Ooh, CP, here we go. We have a good back and forth here about a certain movie that you and I both enjoyed. So I want to get your opinion on this. Boone said, I watched one battle after another last night. Long, well made, great performances, but not sure if I can say I enjoyed it, lol. Reminded me of how I felt watching Killers of the Flower Moon. Clearly a great film, but it's not like you watch that and enjoy it.
Mm.
What's your thoughts there?
Is it, am I responding to his thoughts on it being enjoyable or not?
Yes.
I mean, yes, it's definitely an artistic movie. I think the question is this, and this is what I have to ask myself. Is it a movie you're going to rewatch? Probably not.
I will. I
I
can't
know,
wait to
well,
read.
you're a freak show. Us
I
normal
love it.
people that like movies like Top Gun,
Hmm.
no. Us normal people that watch Fast and the Furious movies, no. Us normal people that watch Batman movies, no.
Okay. All right. Well, I
You
loved
like
it.
artistic, pretentious, film school people, you'll love it. But me, like a cinema connoisseur of the people, no, not watching it again.
All right, here we go. Sean actually jumped in and countered on this, and he's referring to Killers of the Flower Moon because I know he hasn't seen one battle after another. But he said, "Oof, yeah, great film, boring cinematography," which is nuts because we're talking about Marty here. And he said, "Pacing and layout was terrible." On the other hand, Oppenheimer is 3 hours. That feels like two flawless execution and storytelling, of which I gotta say, Sean, I agree.
Well,
Uh,
you know
Go
my
ahead.
thoughts on this. We've obviously done an episode talking about Oppenheimer, and we've done an episode talking about Killers of the Flower Moon. I think that the problem with Killers to the Flower Moon is the focus
Yeah.
on it just it really slows the momentum of the story. When we know who the villains are early on in the movie, I
Yeah.
lose so much interest in the outcome.
Well, and I think when we talked about it, we have a podcast a while back, everybody. You can go find it on filmmakerscompass.com. But um, you made it clear that the structure of the book that the movie is based on is actually around the investigation,
Yeah.
and that details are revealed a lot more engagingly in that scenario versus the movie, where, like you said, sort of we're given a lot of the info up front and then you just see it play out.
Yeah.
So, but CP, that is not over. Boone replied and said, "Yeah, well, LOTR's extended editions are 4 hours and I wouldn't watch them any other way." So he's
Okay.
not knocking long run times. He's just saying that apparently one battle after another is too long for its own good, of
Fair enough.
which I got to disagree. Now, I wanted to bring up one more point about that movie while we're doing shout outs, only because Boone said that he thought that movie was really dark. Did you think it was a dark movie? I didn't really get that.
You're talking about in terms of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super dark.
You think so?
Well, it's one of those movies. Look, okay. How are we defining dark movies? I would say it's definitely a dark movie. It has dark humor, and it's literally about how terrible the world is.
I know, but like I found that movie so hilarious and like fun and engaging. Like I thought Benicio del Toro's character is just like he's like a walking comedy. I mean the idea of the Christmas adventurers is just absurd. I really enjoyed the hijinks around Leo's character's paranoia about him getting killed. Like, I don't know. To me, it was hilarious. I loved it.
Fair.
All right. So we've been on that movie for too long. Lastly, I just want to give a shout out to Ivor. This is not a shout out to anything that he actually said so much as I'm shouting out to you. I would love to know what you will be watching for Christmas and New Year's. Um, I just know he has something probably amazing in the pipeline.
I think he's watching Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Yeah, right. Like I know he's going to be watching something that I'm not going to be watching. So, Ivor, just update us and let us know what that is. So, only a couple more things, CP. A couple people sent me the trailer for Disclosure Day, Steven Spielberg's new movie, which is returning him to sci-fi and aliens. Did you see the trailer and what are your thoughts?
No, I did not see it.
What? Oh my God. I'm going to send you the trailer. It's actually incredible. And
I didn't see the Supergirl trailer either.
uh, also amazing. Looks exactly like you would think it would. The only thing about Supergirl is like if you weren't into Superman, it doesn't seem like you'd really like that movie either. But that's just me,
Okay. Noted.
based on the trailer.
Noted.
But Spielberg's returning to blockbuster summer filmmaking. Come on, this has got to be great.
I mean, all right.
Lastly, and CP, I'm going to throw it over to you. It's our happy birthday shout out for this episode. You already kind of alluded to it. Don't bitch out on us now. Go.
I said I'm not wishing that guy a happy birthday because he's an AI guy.
Happy birthday to Eric Drucker. Happy birthday, man.
Eric Drucker, aka the right hand of Sam Altman.
Right hand man. All
What are you
right.
doing, Drucker? No, I'm just
Drucker,
kidding. Drucker, happy birthday, happy Hanukkah. Just keep being awesome.
yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. I'm glad we were your number one show this year. I don't know how many podcasts you listen to. It sounds like one, but we're the one. So thanks, man. And also, I just, as a friend, man, hope you have a good birthday. Fantastic time. All right. Well, CP, that actually does it for shout outs this week. So let's go ahead and jump into our topics. We're only a few days actually removed from our last episode. So we're not going to do a box office breakdown. We're just going to focus on the holidays right now and have a little bit of fun.
All right, let's do it.
Cool. Then trust me, we're coming back with a box office breakdown that hopefully blows everybody's socks off because Avatar just came out. And I know we're going to have some stuff to say about it. So
Yes, sir.
coming soon. It's our own trailer, CP. All right. Well, one of the things I wanted to bring up out of the gate, CP, is as fun as Christmas movies are, and they're often comedies. What to you are some really emotional scenes from Christmas movies? Like which ones get you to tear up?
Okay. Emotional scenes from Christmas movies. So let me go with a couple
Because
off the top.
there's some good ones.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some good ones.
You know what was a recent one that really got me?
Go for it.
Was it's they have two moments in the film that really got me, and that's A Christmas Story Christmas. At the beginning of the movie, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, pause. There you go. At the beginning of the movie, he answers the phone, and you find out that the old man has passed away.
Hmm.
Uh, the first time I saw it, I was like, whoa. I really appreciated that as a story beat because I think everybody at some point in their life has lost somebody, and then you have to figure out how to continue the holidays, right? Because life doesn't stop, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end of that movie, I also teared up a little bit when he reads his sort of piece that got turned into the newspaper, and it ends up picking up right where A Christmas
Yep.
Story starts.
I do like that. Yeah.
Both those beats really hit for me, where I was like, "Wow, that's really working. Well done." Especially in a sequel that I didn't expect much from.
So one that I love is did you see the remake of Miracle on 34th Street?
Yes.
There's the part where Dylan McDermott is in the courtroom and he
Mm-hmm.
does his closing argument about like what's better, like a truth that draws a tear,
Yeah.
like
Uh huh.
that whole thing. And then he's like, and I rest my case. I always love that. I think that's super good. But actually, the moment that I find most emotional in that movie is earlier when they decide that they're going to court and the guys from Kohl's department store go on
Yeah.
TV and they ask people, they're like, do you believe in Santa Claus? And then there's like all the people in New York that are like, oh, like, yeah, we believe. I love that. Like, I think that is just like pure Christmas magic.
All right. Yeah, I love that too. That's actually a really good one. I know. I think one we probably both agree with. And okay, so you tell me which one is more impactful to UCB. We're gonna go Home Alone 1, the moment when his mom walks in the door, And she's like, "Oh, Kevin, I'm so sorry." Oh, my voice held up, thank God.
Hmm.
Or when he goes and looks out the window at the very end and he sees old man Marley and he picks up his granddaughter. I think
Uh,
it's when old man
I think
Marley,
Old Man Marley's the better one.
that emotional climax of the entire thing, which is basically Kevin sort of took that advice, stood up to everybody, right, on his own. And then he's rewarded. His family's here. But then he sees that old man Marley also took that advice and did the thing that all of us are probably too scared to do in our own lives. And you're like, wow. And he waves to him and the music crescendos.
Hmm.
It's perfect.
Well,
I
and I think
tear
the
up
thing
every
is,
time.
when we watch Home Alone, we know his mom's coming home. As the audience, we know that they're going to be reunited. We
Yeah.
don't know if Marley took Kevin's advice or not. And that's the moment that, as the audience, we're rewarded and we're like, oh no, he did it.
It's so good. And it's weird because like I always think to myself, like, you don't really see the son. And for that matter, you don't really see the granddaughter. It's him that's the focus,
Hmm.
but it's so powerful.
Yep.
It works so well,
That's what
especially
Christmas is
after,
about. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, hey, we should be together on Christmas, and he gets to spend the holiday with his family. That's definitely one. If I had to pick another one, I'm probably gonna go. Do you ever watch The Holiday?
Yes, not regularly like you do.
So I love this movie. And
I
the
know.
the moment that gets me, it always gets me, is there's a scene where there's the old man character who was a writer for golden age Hollywood movies, right? He's sort of
Hmm.
past his prime, but they want to honor him with an awards ceremony
Hmm.
during Christmas. And he thinks that it's going to be a joke. Nobody's going to show up, whatever. And
Yeah.
he finally goes, and I'm telling you, I'll literally tear up at this scene. And they open the doors and he walks in and all his friends are there. Everybody's there
Yeah.
just cheering him. And you're like, I'm gonna cry right now. I'm like, it's so rewarding when this guy, I mean, you're expecting epic disappointment, and instead you get this inflated sense of joy. I just love that scene. I love it.
So I'm going to throw you out a super random one from a movie that you have not watched
Okay.
recently because no one watches it. But it's actually amazing because I would not put this in the upper echelon of Christmas movies in any way. But I actually think this scene is super, super powerful.
Okay.
Do you see the movie Fred Claus?
I've seen it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Paul Giamatti Santa and his brother Fred Claus is played by Vince Vaughn. Well,
Yes.
the villain in the film is Kevin Spacey. And
Yes.
Kevin Spacey is the efficiency expert who is there to shut down the North Pole. And at the very end, Fred Claus has stepped up because his brother Santa Claus is injured. So Fred Claus is delivering the packages, and Santa Claus confronts the efficiency expert. And he's like, "Hey, like you don't believe in Santa because they called you, you know, four-eyed Claude." And and he, but because he's Santa Claus, he still appeals to his better nature and
Hmm.
convinces him,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he gives him the Superman cape that he always wanted as a kid and convinces him to turn around and turn on the power for the North Pole.
Christmas. Yeah. For Christmas.
And I love that because it's like in a super bizarrely cheesy movie, but Santa Claus convinces the villain to be the
Yeah.
hero that he always wanted to be. And I think that's really cool. And they save
I
Christmas.
I agree with you. That's actually, yeah, that's the scene that I would not have thought of. But now that you bring it up, I mean, it is pretty powerful. Obviously, CP, can we bring up emotional scenes without talking about It's a Wonderful Life?
I mean, we could, but we'd be wrong.
Right. I mean, you sort of have to. I mean, it's a Christmas classic. It's actually strangely dark in some ways, but incredibly powerful. And then by the time you do get to the end, really emotionally uplifting. That movie, I don't know, it just works so well. And it's one of those rare, you watch like Casablanca, you're going, way back now, that just holds up.
Hmm.
I still watch it and it doesn't feel dated.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So, okay, I have two more. And I just want to say one really quick, which is there's a scene in Christmas Vacation where Clark Griswold is watching home movies in his
Where
attic.
he's stuck in the attic.
Yeah. And it's just nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's just the idea that we've all like, I'm not even gonna lie. I went back to Indiana just a few weeks ago for Christmas, and shout out, my Aunt Mary Ellen actually brought home movies. She brought home movies from Christmas 1991 and put them on the TV. And there's me running around like a Ninja Turtle and super excited for the holidays. And that scene just hits because we all have home movies, or I mean, eventually it's going to be camera phone footage or whatever. But I love that. And I'm not going to say that scene necessarily makes me cry, but sometimes if the mood is right, I'll tear up.
Hmm.
But the other one I wanted to talk about is I love this scene in A Christmas Story when the old man points behind the desk.
Dude, I was going to tell you, I think that's the ultimate one.
It's so good because as the audience, we know, even though like we're not 100% sure, we're like, oh yeah. He goes and he pulls it out and the music comes up and it's the shape
Well,
of the Red Ryder rifle. It's
yep. And I think the beauty in that is no one thought the old man was going to be the one to pull this off,
right. He's
right?
asking his mom, he's writing to his teacher, he's talking to Santa.
Yeah, it's everyone else, and the only one who listened is the one who no one think who the audience doesn't think, who Ralphie doesn't think is listening to him throughout the story. And yeah, it's so I just think it's great.
Yeah, I love that. And then just as a kicker in A Christmas Story, they have a scene at the end of the movie where his mom walks down the stairs and turns off the lights. And she turns on the Christmas music on the radio, and snow's falling outside. And her and the old man just embrace. And they just sit there. They don't really say anything. And it's one of my favorite images of
Yeah.
just on Christmas night. They're just like, hey, I love you. I love you. Like we did, it was a great Christmas. Like we
Hmm.
did it, you
Hmm.
know. I love that scene too. But I mean, of course, the one where Ralphie gets his gift is probably the more powerful one.
Yeah.
But on that note, we'll throw that out to our listeners. Let us know. I mean, obviously, CP and I have seen way more Christmas movies than this, and there's a lot of emotion out there. So we can't hit every scene. Let us know what your favorites are. We'd love to hear from you guys and see if either we agree or, you know, I bet Drucker's favorite Christmas scene is AI generated, of which I
It's
think
from the
CP
movie Arthur Christmas.
CP will hate that. So, all right. So another question I think is interesting. I don't think we've ever addressed this on the podcast, but like, what would you say is like an underdog Christmas movie that like people never think to watch? Like, what's one that if you've seen the Hallmark ones? I mean, is it a Hallmark one? Right? I
Oh,
mean,
dude, I listen, I could name some great Hallmark ones.
I'm saying that's what I want to get at is like maybe well, we've never heard of it, but I'm curious because I think the one to me that just struck me as like I've had a few people agree with this, but have you ever seen Daddy's Home too?
Yes, I have seen Daddy's Home too. Watched it earlier this year.
It's a Christmas movie, and I mean, would you ever think that would be like a classic Christmas movie?
No, not in any way.
right?
Not
Like,
in any way.
so Daddy's Home one, for anybody that's not familiar with that franchise, it's a dad and a stepdad, right? One of them gets out of jail and they have to figure out how to essentially co-parent as a dad and stepdad. And they're gonna butt heads and butt heads and butt heads. They come to a resolution. Sorry, thinking one battle after another. Revolution. No, resolution
Yes.
at the end of that movie, which leads to the sequel, Daddy's Home 2, which is they're actually on good terms and they want to throw a great shared family Christmas, which is awesome. But they have to invite their own dads, and with that, the baggage that all comes along with that. So when Daddy's Home in Daddy's Home 2, it's actually their own dads coming into the picture, which is great because they're played by John Lithgow and Mel Gibson.
Hmm.
And it's really funny. I mean, Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell are the leads. Will Ferrell, apparently, if you count Spirited and Elf, is like a holiday fiend. You know,
That's true.
skies and
That's true.
everything.
That's true.
So I don't know. I like it's shockingly good for I think not being considered in that top tier of Christmas
Christmas. Yep.
classics.
Yep.
So I don't know if you have any thoughts, but that was the one I wanted to start with.
Okay. I think that's a great suggestion because that's not one I typically think of.
Right? Me neither. I like I said, it's basically another shout out to well, no, it's actually Drew. Shout out to Drew is the one that is always harping to me like, oh yeah, watch Daddy's Home too. I'm like, okay. So I watched it and then I loved it.
And now it's going to be part of the rotation.
Yeah. So I mean, what's one for you?
Well, I do know some solid Hallmark movies, one of which
Mhm.
is A Crown for Christmas with Lacey
Okay.
Chabert. It's awesome. Look it
Oh,
up.
childhood crush right there.
Yep.
Mean Girls.
Yep. Another great one is a Hallmark movie called Snowbread. Watch a lot of Hallmark movies. No shame in my game. But I'm going to throw this one to you. This is a 90s one that has fallen under the radar for most people. Now, I'm not going to say it's great,
Okay.
but it is essential 90s and it oozes 90s nostalgia.
Okay.
And that's the Jonathan Taylor Thomas movie, I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Really? Oh yeah, I can see the VHS cover right now.
Yeah, like
Him
Jonathan
standing
Taylor
there. Yeah.
Thomas, Jessica Biel. You're like, yeah, it's like straight out of the 90s.
Yeah.
The way people talk, the situations. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a good movie, but it's totally fallen under the radar.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's watching that regularly. I think that's the problem. So, I don't know. Another one for me. I want to throw this out there. I actually just watched it tonight, and it's really great. Is a Look Who's Talking Now, which, if you know the Look Who's Talking
Yeah,
series,
yeah.
it starts off with Mikey the baby, voiced by Bruce Willis, or sort of narrated by Bruce Willis, and it's a baby talking, you know, can't be heard by anybody
I
within the
did not think
context.
of these as Christmas movies in any way.
Well, watch Look Who's Talking Now. And you know who's talking? It's dogs, which I love dogs
Yeah,
and
you
I
love
love
dogs.
Christmas. And it all lines up. It's really good. I actually enjoy the movie a lot. In fact, dude, some of the voice work is incredible. Like the main dog is voiced by Danny DeVito.
That's
That's amazing.
hilarious.
And then, dude, there's a dog at the end. I don't know who does the voice. It's not even a dog, it's a wolf. And they're like out in the woods, and this wolf comes up and he's like, hey, city boy, I'll take you out. Like, whoever did the voice is like, that's the exact type of comedy I love.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
telling you, CP, if you get a chance to watch, I have it. I own the movie. So if you want to watch it, I can get you access. That
Yeah,
doesn't
sure.
extend to any of other listeners, just you, CP.
So
But
I'm gonna throw one at you, D man.
all
How
right.
about this one? Now, everybody loves Die Hard,
Mm-hmm.
right? Die Hard, we know that's your mom's favorite movie in
Yep.
general. A lot of people, it's their favorite Christmas movie. What about Die Hard's bastard brother, Die Hard 2, which is a Christmas movie
Yeah.
that nobody watches at Christmas time?
Uh, that's tough because, ooh, I have seen Die Hard 2. And it's like if you compare it to one, it just doesn't do it for me. I
No,
mean,
it's
what do you
nowhere near
think?
as good.
Yeah, I know.
But my
That's
point is, why is there not a following of people who say, you know what, we're going to watch Die Hard for Christmas and we're going to watch Die Hard 2 for Christmas? Nobody watches Die Hard 2 for Christmas, even though it's a
I
Christmas
know.
movie.
Yeah, like because okay, last week we did an episode where we talked about Home Alone 2 is a Christmas classic. Why does that movie hold up so well? Why is it in everybody's rotation when you're like, I mean, it's not a copy, but it's definitely a remix of sort of the first one. And yet, for some reason, everybody's like, oh, Home Alone 2 is amazing. Well, most people watch Die Hard 2 and they're like, oh, it's nowhere near as good.
It's not, it's, yeah, it sucks compared to Die Hard 1. Like, it
Yeah,
just isn't as good.
I could see it. Well, what do you think? I mean, I don't know. Do you watch Die Hard 2? I mean, be honest.
I watch Die Hard 2. I don't watch it as part of my Christmas rotation.
Yeah, see, that's the
That's the
thing.
problem.
Yeah. I think that's the crux of it all is like, is it really a part of the rotation or is it just like a less better action movie that happens to take place at Christmas?
Right? I don't know.
So, side note, I got to give a big shout out to Anthony who came onto the podcast to talk about Batman. He told me that the movie he's going to be watching this week leading up
Batman
to
Returns? Batman
yes,
Returns?
yes.
Thank you,
So
Anthony.
we go back a couple weeks. We did an episode where we talked about not Christmas movies. I think that actually came up where it's not a Christmas movie, but it totally is. I mean, it really is. Snow everywhere. There's presents, Christmas tree lightings. I mean, the whole thing is
So
Christmas.
I was actually at a Christmas party earlier this year with a bunch of film people, and we actually got onto the topic of the Christmas versus non-Christmas Christmas movies.
Yeah.
And the consensus that people said was how much of the script has to be rewritten to take Christmas out of the film.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay.
And when you think about something like Die Hard, you have to substantially rewrite almost every page in that screenplay
Yeah. Yeah.
to pull the Christmas out.
Ah, interesting. Okay. I
So,
like that.
you know,
Well, the reason I bring that up is because we're talking about movies that are totally under the radar. And I don't think Batman Returns is in most people's Christmas lineups. Even though, I mean, you could make a real case that it's a Batman Christmas movie. So
yeah.
throw that one out to Anthony, but also to our listeners. What are some Christmas movies that you guys, feel are really under the radar? You know, stuff that gets overlooked each year. Um, an underdog.
An underdog.
Let us know. I know Ivor has one. I know he does.
Flintstone Christmas.
I'm right because I mean he even loved the First Blood Christmas Tree mention. I know he has one out there where he's going to be like, "This is a great Christmas movie. You guys should watch it." So
It's
we'll
called
see.
Santa Claus Conquers the Martian. I
Yeah.
know it. He's going to say it.
All right. Well, another fun topic I wanted to do on today's episode, CP. Just thought it was interesting. We'll see. We'll see if it's fun. But if this Christmas movie was made today,
Okay.
so I want to know, like, who do you think would be, um, who do you think would like star in it? Who do you think would like? How do you think they would do? So, okay,
Okay.
we'll just start, and I'll do one first, just to kind of
Break the ice.
break the ice. All right. So let's say if this Christmas movie was made today, Home Alone. Who would star in Home Alone? Because what's interesting is while Macaulay Culkin was on the radar, he'd done Uncle Buck and what's that one with the girl? It's eluding me now. It'll come to me. I'll think of it. I think he dies. Spoiler alert. Don't worry. I'll think of it. But if we were to make that movie today, who would star as like Kevin McAllister? And it would have to be somebody that's like relatively unknown.
Probably like
So
a fat British kid. Oh wait, I'm
Ugh,
sorry.
you're the worst. Uh, what is that?
Home Sweet
Home
Home
Sweet Home
Alone.
Alone. Yeah.
Ugh.
No, I'm thinking if it was going to be anybody, honestly, I would think that if they were going to cast somebody, what they would do is take somebody who's not hit mainstream, but is a big TikTok star for that age group.
Okay.
I don't know who it would be. Like, I don't follow those specific people, but my guess is that who would star in the film? Yeah, you're going to find somebody who already has a following, who can already bring some attention to the film, but they're not in any sort of commercials, television shows, movies, and then you try to break them out into, mainstream celebrity. Like, does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Now, here's the other problem. So, this is something we actually talked about. If you go all the way back, CP,
Okay.
to our Home Alone episode, we talked about, would Home Alone work as a Disney Channel original movie? And I think it does. I mean, realistically, I don't even to this day understand the cinematic fairy dust on top of that movie that makes it feel so incredible. But if you just took the premise and made a Disney Channel original movie, you could, I mean, look at Home Sweet Home Alone.
Yeah.
So my question is, do you think if they were to remake Home Alone today, would it actually go to the theaters and have a sick theatrical run the same way
No,
that, or
absolutely
what
not.
would it just go to stream? So you're saying streaming.
I'm saying it would be straight to streaming and it would not become the beloved Christmas classic that it is. It would become, you know, something akin to Christmas Chronicles, where if you know, you know.
Okay. And do you think if you're remaking Home Alone, if you were to make this today, are you leaning more into the cartoon hijinks or are you going more realistic?
Um, I think they would tone down the cartoon hijinks, actually.
I think it would be in their best interest to do so. I think they went so far the other way as to almost make it a joke where it's like, at least in the first movie, particularly, there's a real sort of threat that these guys are actual burglars. Where
Yeah.
by the time you get to like Home Sweet Home Alone and stuff, it's like, no, dude, this whole thing seems like a giant joke. So I would go the other way. I would be more serious with it. It's just my 2 cents. But okay, let's do this same premise. But what about with Elf? Who would you cast as Buddy the Elf?
Man, Kevin
I,
Hart.
Yeah, because I mean, hey, obviously you're gonna get okay. So okay, I want to at least stress to our listeners: we're casting someone else. You're gonna get a different performance out of it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? We're not saying who can do the best Will Ferrell
No,
impression.
no, no,
We're
I get what
saying,
you mean.
yeah,
Who would you get to do a
yeah,
new version of Buddy the Elf?
right. I think that could be fun. Oh,
Yeah.
Kevin Hart would be cool. I think that'd be cool. I don't know if I were picking. Part of me wants to say like Ryan Reynolds, but he's so satirical. I don't know if he could play it with the earnestness that it needs.
Yeah.
Like his name comes to mind, but part of me is like, I think of Deadpool, and Deadpool is so tongue in cheek with everything he's doing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, could Ryan Reynolds go full elf,
Yeah.
but like play it straight? You're not playing it like as a
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I don't think so. So I'm gonna retract that. I don't think Ryan Reynolds. I know a lot of people like the guy from Big Bang Theory. They thought that if they were ever to do I can't think of his names. It's Parsons, but
Hmm.
Jim Parsons, is that his name?
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people thought he would do a good Buddy the Elf, or
I could see that. I could
if
see
it
that.
if it's just Elf and it's not Buddy the Elf, but another elf, like he could do it. Could get that. Um, if you had Elf, would you be more interested in a sort of theatrical remake or maybe a limited series on streaming?
Uh, I would probably stick with a theatrical remake. I don't know that you need a ton of I don't know that there's enough story to really warrant a full-on limited series.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
in the
because
sense that, like, I mean, the story's pretty straightforward. The jokes are the jokes. Like, how long are you gonna really drag out him not getting what's going on? And you know,
well, and two, the other thing is like when you look at the structure of the story of Elf, it's really a story about a father and son connecting.
exactly.
So, I mean, if you take away the fantastical elements, it's actually a pretty serious story. And I think a lot of times that's why it works. So if you're not going to recreate that, I would try to find some other sort of serious connection between people or maybe even organization, something. Just find that connection.
Honestly, if I was gonna remake Elf, I would cast a female actress
Oh, that's interesting.
just
Okay.
so that it doesn't feel like you're outright just trying to remake Elf.
Yeah, because I think the father son thing has already been done. I don't know
Hmm.
if you need to retread that, but there's got to be another angle in there. But I could see, depending, maybe a series. The problem is it's probably going to be made by the likes of Disney or somebody. And what they're going to do is they're going to write what would otherwise be a 2 hour feature film into 6 episodes of TV, and it's going to be
Yeah.
stretched out too long.
Yep.
And then it gets ruined because it feels like it just
You're like,
drags.
this drags on. It could have been like 2 episodes instead of six. Yeah.
Yeah, right. All right, here's another one, CP. Who would you cast as Scott Calvin, Santa Claus in The Santa Claus?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Because Tim Allen kills it. I mean, he's fantastic. His exact brand of humor is almost
Exactly.
unmatched. For
Someone
yet,
who does not believe any of this. You need the sarcasm,
I
you
mean, when
know.
I was writing down notes, I mean, I wrote down, would you think Paul Rudd could pull it off?
Paul Rudd's not a bad, not a that's actually a really good one.
I feel like maybe he could.
You know who actually, okay, so actually I have my answer for who I'd cast as Buddy the Elf.
Oh, okay, let's go back. Let's go back.
Brendan Fraser.
Mm,
Brendan
okay,
Fraser has like an innocent like likability and charisma mixed with his comedic acting that we've seen him
okay.
do and stuff back in the day, like George of the Jungle and
Yeah,
Bedazzled or and things like that, where like I actually think we would believe him as an elf because he would believe
interesting.
himself.
I love that pick. That's great. I love that.
So
And I think it would be objectively different than Will Ferrell's take, which is for the better.
yeah,
I think if you were to do it again, like I said, I don't think you want to remake it. You want to do a different take on it.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly. That would be perfect. I think that's a great pick.
As far as Scott Calvin, Paul Rudd is a good choice.
Yeah, I could see that. But like, could you see someone like Robert Downey Jr.? Is that too exaggerated?
No, I actually, because again, like
I thought about
you
him.
know my favorite Robert Downey Jr. performance,
Yeah,
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, where he's a
right.
little bit almost over the top.
I mean, I feel like if he were willing to commit to the role, he could do it.
Yeah,
That would be interesting. I
I
mean,
could see that.
imagine him in the Santa suit and stuff, but like he's also Scott Calvin or whatever. He's a dad who's going through a divorce. Robert Downey Jr. going through a divorce sounds awesome. Like from a story standpoint.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah, yeah,
RDJ. I
yeah.
don't mean that literally, but sounds like it'd be great to watch. So I don't know. That could work. Because again, you look at the Santa Claus, it's this fantastical movie about Christmas and Santa and all this. But if you really break that movie down to its core, it's about a family going through divorce.
Yeah.
Just like Elf is, right? It's a long lost son trying to reconnect with their father. if you, yeah, like if you get to the meat of it, like you're like, oh wow, that's actually like kind of some really drama filled stuff,
Yeah,
and it works. I don't know. So okay, we got a couple more CP real quick.
let's do it.
All right, It's a Wonderful Life.
See, the problem with It's a Wonderful Life is Jimmy Stewart is so likable.
He's so iconic.
So I would think if you are remaking It's a Wonderful Life as It's a Wonderful Life, you need to find an actor that has that kind of relatability, which unfortunately the person who jumps to mind is too old.
Who?
Who's the most likable actor of all time? Tom
Or
Hanks.
oh, I was gonna say Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I could see that. Tom Hanks, maybe. You know what? Again, I wrote down some notes and stuff, and you know who I wrote down? Like, if you were to do It's a Wonderful Life, but like a darker version, I was thinking,
Jared Leto.
no, like Adam Driver.
Oh, okay. That would be interesting.
Like go that way, like lean more into a little bit like the darker, but you could dress it up, right? Kind of how we're talking about, like, oh, Elf's about a father and son, and Santa Claus is a family going through divorce. Like you really lean into that darker aspect of the story, but you
Adam
let
Driver, I
his
could see that.
dramatic, but I think he could also pull off charming if he had to.
Okay. Okay.
It's at least interesting to me. I don't know, a modern update on It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, I guarantee you're not going to name it It's a Wonderful Life because you're not going to remake it straight up. But kind of like how Spirited is a remake of like A Christmas Carol,
Yeah,
and like
yeah, yeah.
you're like, I bet you could do. I don't know. I bet you could do a version of It's a Wonderful Life updated for today or whatever. And if you got somebody
You know
like
what?
Adam
Screw that.
Driver,
You're totally wrong. You know what they should do? An updated version of A Wonderful Life. Just
yeah.
just hear me out with Nick Cage, where
Oh,
the
I'd pay
guardian
for that.
angel
I would pay
Clarence
for
is
that.
also Nick Cage.
I would pay for that. Yeah. Anything with Nick Cage. I mean, if he was Superman, I would pay for that.
I know, dude. Like how awesome that would be. Nick Cage, It's a Wonderful Life.
I love that he got his return to Hollywood
I know.
after he sort of had that, like, you know,
Rocky, like decade
he
and a
he
half.
owed a lot of money. He was doing
Yeah.
all these sort of like, you know, bargain bin movies, and then like he totally came back, and you're like, God, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They should make a movie about that. It doesn't need to be Christmas, but that would be cool. All right. So only a couple more, CP. Just
All right.
who you got? Christmas Vacation. Who's playing Clark Griswold if you're gonna do a new vacation series?
Ooh,
Trust me, I pulled up a bunch of actors that are famous right now. I know who I have in mind. You want me to say them?
go for it.
I was thinking, after Ted Lasso, Jason Sudeikis, whom
Okay.
I don't think I would have picked before Ted Lasso. And I'm not saying he's got to have that oh shucks accent and all of that, but after Ted Lasso, Jason Sudeikis can totally play sincere.
Mm-hmm.
Where I always felt before, whenever I saw him in any roles, he always felt so satirical,
Mm-hmm.
or even borderline cynical. But
Okay.
after Ted Lasso, I'm totally on board. So I totally think he could play it straight, because that's the thing. Chevy Chase, I mean, he plays Clark so sincere. He really
Mm-hmm.
just wants to do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know. That was my sort of pick for that one.
That's not a bad pick. I'm trying to think of uh,
I mean, hell, even Ted Lasso has a great Christmas episode. So I could see it.
I mean, if I wanted to see someone to take it in a slightly different direction, I would want to see maybe someone like Ben Stiller do it. Someone who has that
Oh,
explosiveness that we get from Clark when he has the explosive moments,
Yeah.
but he also kind of has like a goofy likability.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
you're going to meet the parents
yeah, yeah, yeah,
essentially, or even for not for Sarah Marshall, something about Mary.
yeah, yeah,
That character.
yeah.
Okay,
I could
I
see
could
that.
see that. That's a good one too. Does he even act all that much anymore? He really
I feel
doesn't,
like he
huh?
doesn't. He just does Severance.
Yeah, I mean, like he was in the new Happy Gilmore, but that was more of like a cameo than it was like him carrying the vehicle,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So, all right, CP, we got one more.
All right.
Who are you casting in the modern day Die Hard? Who are you casting as John McClane?
Dang. Ugh, that's a tough one. Because again, we have to remember what works about Bruce Willis is he was not the traditional. I mean, obviously, he went on in the 90s to be a massive action star. But at the time he was cast, he was not the Stallone, Wesley Snipes, Arnold Schwarzenegger
Right,
action star. So, based on that, trying to think like who's in a little bit different role. Because the other thing about John McClane is in the original Die Hard, he's very relatable as a hero.
right. I feel like, at least in terms of his performance of Captain America, Chris Evans is almost too clean. He
Hmm.
could carry the action. We know that.
Hmm.
But I'm like, could he really get that sort of gritty New York cop?
Yeah.
I might have to divorce my wife. Chris Evans seems so earnest.
Yeah.
Like he would just play John McClane as like, I can't shoot the glass because I don't want to hurt the bad guy's feet. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like that's probably the right play, but that's out of bounds.
Who would I cast as John McClane? That's a really tough question.
Well, we can always return to it once you sort of think or come up with an answer. But like I said, I was thinking Chris Evans, but I also sort of went like to that James Bond sort of like Idris Elba. Like, could he play that guy? I'm like, I could see it. Idris Elba, he could play that suave British spy, but also I feel like if you were to give him the right material, he could play gritty. He could go there. I'd be down.
Hmm. New John
Well,
McClane. Oh.
I don't know. Maybe it's not worth doing, right? Can you recast Indiana Jones? I don't know if you can. Like, who's better than Harrison Ford, right? I don't know.
That's true. I mean, it's tough.
All right, so I have one final kicker, and it's just can anybody do a Bad Santa but Billy Bob Thornton? I don't know.
Oh, Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah,
That
probably not, man. I mean,
that
there's someone who
movie is
could.
nuts, dude.
Honestly, like you could probably do like it if you were to cast someone like a Shane Gillis or someone.
You think he could go that dark? That movie's dark as fuck. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to see it. But okay, you know what does give me faith in another Bad Santa actor is have you ever watched The Bear?
Yeah,
The actors in there's that Christmas episode, the actors in that, they make me think you could do Bad Santa with different actors.
I think you could.
Yeah. Cause dude, that episode of The Bear, if none of our listeners have seen it, um,
The Feast of Seven Fishes.
yeah,
It's like
it
one of the best episodes in the show. It's like
is so intense.
episode one, I think.
And it actually does embody a lot of what makes Bad Santa work. Um,
Hmm.
Awkwardness, not in that episode, they talk a lot. There's not a lot of talking in Bad Santa, but just this like alcohol fueled rants and people doing things, and you're like, yeah, I could see it. That gives me total faith that if you just cast the right person, you can do it.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Well, that actually does it for that segment, CP. So moving on, this is just a game for you, and I'm a little bit curious. I just want to see how you'll do it. Blind ranking 5 films. I'm gonna just say one, and you got to put it at one, two, three, four, five, and then we'll see how you feel about your list after we get to the end.
All right, let's do it. Is one being the
Okay,
best and five or five being the best?
one being the best.
Okay.
All right. So first up, Home Alone. Where you want to put Home Alone? I mean, if you put it at three, I'm gonna be real
These are all
pissed.
Christmas movies?
Yeah, they're all Christmas movies. Yeah,
Fine. I'm putting it as one. Go fuck yourself.
you're going one right out of the gate.
Yeah, right out of the gate.
Okay. Oh, okay. Number two, Die Hard.
I'm going to.
No, you're just dropping them down the list. Oh my god. All right. Number three that I'm listing, I don't know where you're gonna list it. The Holiday.
Five. The movie
So you're going,
sucks.
what? I
I
love that.
watch it once every 10 years.
All right, fine.
So there you go. I'm sorry, I'm not you, D man.
All right, here we go. It's a Wonderful Life.
Ooh, it's a classic, but because I don't know what else you have, I'm gonna throw it as four.
All right. Well, the last one I technically have here, The Santa Claus.
Ooh, good one. I mean, I got to put it as three because I don't have any other choices, but you know,
All right. So what did we end up with? Home Alone, Die Hard, Santa Claus, It's a Wonderful Life, The Holiday.
well, the
Are
holiday
you,
blows, so that I'm fine with that being five.
but you're good with that list? That's good. I mean, it's actually not that bad. If
No,
Die Hard's your two, that's pretty good.
yeah. I mean, I don't think that's a terrible list.
I mean, apparently you feel like The Holiday sucks, but I felt like I didn't really try to give you any like crappy movies.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't watch the holiday every year. I watch the other four every year.
You know what I should have done? I should have thrown in an animated one.
No, you should have thrown in Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas.
No, I would never do that to you. Okay.
Okay.
Before we wrap up, because we're going to get to the end of the episode here, and I've had a lot of fun just talking. I feel like this is how CP and I talk on the phone. I feel
Yeah.
like tonight this is kind of like us just volleying back and forth on some stuff. I was curious, what is the first Christmas movie you remember watching? Now, hey, you got to tap into the old ticker.
Yeah, man, that's tough. I mean, honestly, it's probably like I'm thinking probably something like the old school, like Rankin Bass, like Rudolph, you know,
Yeah. Okay.
something like that. That's like way before our time. I think that's like the oldest I can go because, again, as you're a kid, you don't watch black and white movies because they're black and white.
Yeah, even for
Um,
us, 80s kids.
I don't. So I don't. Yeah, that's
Black
probably
and
the
white was
oldest I
too
can
dated.
remember. How about
Uh,
you?
the oldest that I remember is actually Frosty the Snowman,
Okay, kind
a
of the same
cartoon.
sort of vein.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I remember being the first. I mean, I wish I could say it was something, incredibly awesome like Charlie Brown or The Grinch or something. We're talking we were
Mhm.
kids, so probably cartoons, but uh yeah, Frosty the Snowman. That's what I remember. I remember him. I always remember them stowing away on a train
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
thinking that was so cool. And and like you should never stow away on a train. It's
No,
like
you shouldn't. You'll either hang out with a bunch of like hobos or you'll get bounced off the train. So
yeah, like it's pretty nuts. Like you should never do it. And so like this movie suggested it. And I remember like finding out later in life that you shouldn't. And I was like, no, I always thought how cool it would be to go like just hop on a train.
well, thank you for that PSA message. It's always appreciated, D man. you know.
Well, we'll throw it out to our listeners. I mean, what's the first Christmas movie you remember watching? Because, like you said, you can go all the way to the black and whites, or it could have been something much more modern. But I'm curious what our listeners uh, remember watching for their first movie. But all right, here's the final conversation piece,
All right, I
CP.
feel like you're gonna do this just to tick me off, but go for it.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to take you off. I want to know, what do you think, going all the way back to probably the 1940s, 50s? What is the best decade for Christmas movies?
Oh, hands down, that's not even an argument.
Oh, here we go. Let's see.
1990s.
You think the 90s? All right.
1990s.
So I have a list here of the 90s movies. We have Home Alone, Home Alone 2, Santa Claus, Muppet Christmas Carol, Jingle All the Way, Batman Returns, Jack Frost. What am I missing?
I'll Be Home for Christmas with Jonathan Taylor
Oh,
Thomas.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go.
Die Hard 2.
That was 90?
Yeah, it was like 92.
Oh, I don't know about that. All right.
Um, yeah, that's what I'm going with.
You don't think it's like the 2000s? You have Elf, Love Actually, Polar Express, Bad Santa, Christmas of the Cranks,
The Holiday.
The Holiday. Good call. Fred Claus.
Yeah, no,
I mean, that's
no.
pretty good.
Oh, also in the 90s, the remake of Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is actually there. Sorry, I didn't read that one, but it is there.
Okay.
The one with Matilda.
Yeah, and Dylan McDermott
Yeah.
and John Hammond.
Yeah, John Hammond from Jurassic Park, of
Welcome
course.
to the North Pole.
God, what
Dun
is his
dun
actor name
dun
though?
dun.
Shit. Well played. I mean, come on. Here's the 80s. You have A Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, Scrooged, Die Hard, um, and Prancer. Well, also, hang on, Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh, put that on the underrated Christmas movie list.
I mean, yeah, Ernest movies were pretty popular through like the 90s, so the
Yeah,
20th century. And then
yeah.
they really fell off. That
Well, I think probably Ernest died.
well, that and it's kind of like, Mr. Bean.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they were they had their place at that time, but it didn't age
yeah.
well. But all right. You go back to the 1960s. You have A Charlie Brown Christmas, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Little Drummer Boy, a variation of A Christmas Carol, which there have been many.
Hmm.
Probably, I bet if I went through all the decades, they'd probably show up.
Well, there's because in the 90s there's the one with what's his face? Charles
Who?
Xavier.
Oh yeah, you're right. I
He
do know
does
which one.
he did
He has
that.
the top hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
What's the actor's name? I'm spacing.
Uh
And I shouldn't be.
he's Sir, not Ian McKellen. That's Magneto, right?
Yeah, everyone's like laughing. They're like, you're a moron, dude.
Just find it. I don't know, man. I might have to go with the
Patrick Stewart.
60s.
That's who I'm thinking. Patrick
Yeah,
Stewart.
Sir Patrick Stewart. We apologize.
Sorry, Patrick Stewart.
You're a
If you want to
legend.
come on the podcast, you are always welcome.
Yeah, you're a legend. Just flew out of the
Yeah.
mind. But the 60s also sounds pretty epic.
Yeah.
A lot of cartoon and stop go animation and different elements, but some real classics. I mean, if I'm picking, I'm either going the 80s with A Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, and Die Hard, or the 60s, which is Charlie Brown, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Rudolph,
All the
Frosty.
Rankin Bass stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think you're right. The 90s, Home Alone, obviously Home Alone 2 followed it right up, but you have the Santa Claus, Muppet Christmas Carol, Jingle All the Way, Batman Returns, Jack Frost. I mean, there's a lot there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go 80s, 60s, 90s. I mean, what would you do it?
I'd probably do 90s. then I would probably do 80s, then I would probably do 40s.
Yeah, 40s is
I
what do you
mean, the
got back there?
40s has the
White
original,
Christmas. Is that
yeah.
White Christmas? Yeah.
White Christmas is in the 50s. Holiday Inn was in the 40s. Um, the obviously original Miracle on 34th Street and It's a Wonderful Life were all in the 40s. So
That's a great decade, dude. All right. Well, I mean, as far as modern Christmas movies, I mean, my favorite modern Christmas movie is probably The Night Before or 8-Bit Christmas. Do you have anything from the 2010s, 2020s that really stands out to you?
Violent Night.
Yeah, it's listed. I mean, did you ever see Klaus?
I did see Klaus the Netflix one. It was okay. I actually it's not that great, but I actually have rewatched uh since it came out every year for 2 years now. Red One with The
Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah, okay. I know we talked about that, I think, when it came out 2 years ago on the podcast, and we were kind of like, it didn't perform as well at the box office, but the people that saw it all spoke really
They
highly
had
of it.
fun, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, there's nothing. I mean, it's weird because when I think back to the great ones, it's kind of like the 2000s is like the last time we had really good Christmas movies come out. Because even, there's been some,
Yeah.
they still come out with one every year. I'm trying to think of the one with
I mean, there was the Christmas Chronicles. Um,
Last Christmas.
yeah, Last Christmas. There's a couple different ones. I mean, even Apple TV came out with Spirited. Again, they brought in the big guns and Will
Yeah.
Ferrell and
Yeah.
Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, before we sign off, CP, the last question is simply, what will you be watching this Christmas Eve?
Okay. All right. So this is actually kind of a weird year. I've not caught up to everything that I wanted to watch. So, usually on Christmas Eve, I told you my tradition is typically I usually watch two movies, The Santa Claus, and the other one is The Nativity.
Yes.
So I'm gonna actually watch The Santa Claus tomorrow night. I'm gonna watch
Okay.
The Nativity, but you know what movie I have not seen, and it's still one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies, and I'm really bummed. So I think I'm gonna watch it on Christmas Eve, and that is White Christmas.
Okay. I mean, a
You know,
true classic.
I I think it was last year I went and saw it in the theater and I had such a renewed appreciation for it. Obviously, it's got great songs
Oh, yeah.
and I've been watching it all the time and I'm bummed I haven't seen it yet, so I think that might be what I round off Christmas Eve with.
Very nice. I love it.
Santa Claus for you?
Yeah, it's going to be the Santa Claus. I love that opening sequence on Christmas Eve. On Christmas Eve, it
Yeah.
is
I got you.
ev- everything I would ever want. And then usually Christmas Day, all I'm watching probably A Christmas Story and Home Alone.
That's fair.
And
I'll
then
definitely watch Christmas Story on Christmas Day because
yeah,
I love it.
right. It's a perfect Christmas Day movie. So I'm sure I'll catch those on that. And then there's obviously the Lakers play. Shout out my wife, Steph. We're gonna have to watch the Lakers on Christmas Day, but there's football and other stuff. But yeah, when we're getting in the Christmas movies, it'll be A Christmas Story and Home Alone for sure. Maybe
Nice.
Elf, depending on who we're with. Because if we have some kids with us, they might want to watch Elf.
Okay, fair enough.
But for me, Christmas Eve, I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna throw on the Santa Claus, have a
Pour
glass of
yourself
rum
some
nog.
rum nog
Yep, and then call it a
and wait
night.
for Santa to come.
Yeah, call it a night. That'll be a great night. So,
Nice. Very nice.
well, CP, that does it. I actually went way longer than I thought it was going to go.
I know.
But I had fun talking movies with you, as always. And to our listeners, be sure to continue the conversations. Obviously, we always love hearing from you guys. And we're excited because I believe CP, next episode, is going to be a look back at 2025 and a look forward at 2026, which we do each year. And so I'm really excited for that. Be sure to continue the conversations and follow the show at filmmakerscompass.com. You can follow the podcast on Instagram at filmcomppodcast or at filmcomppod. You can follow me at Big Kid Demon, and you can follow CP.
You can follow me at NDCal5. Thank you for hanging out and talking Christmas movies with us. We will see you back here next week. And until then, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.